So how are you doing, my vaguely cheese-shaped friends? I thought it'd be fun just to do a tour of my little cheese island tiny build here in Medieval Dynasty that, if you watched my last video, you would have caught glimpses of, but really wouldn't have gotten a real understanding of its magnificence. So let's just go in. We're going to do this unscripted. I'm just going to walk and talk and show you what I built, you know? So as we can see, we are built entirely on this island that's circled by water, so we don't have much room to build. So if you're gonna try this yourself, you gotta have to kinda... Oh, leg. You're gonna have to have some concessions and not fit everything possible. And you get your Baldivinos walking through the water, and what's this guy doing? Yeah, you dancing? You twitching? Okay. I had a few cut trees roll and fall into the water. It's kind of a fun decorative feature of Cheese Island. So if you didn't watch the video, there was a lot of cheese involved, and I recommend checking it out before or after this. It doesn't matter. I'll link it at the end. But here's the gate. Here's the west gate to Cheese Island. And hey, it's our friend Dieter. Where you going, buddy? Where are you going? Huh? Alright. Alright, so we enter Cheese Island, and here's our little main street. On the right, we have the kitchens where all the cheese, all the quark was manufactured. Pretty nice. And then one of the homes of probably two, maybe three of our establishment people now, since they've all been breeding while making all this cheese. And to the right, we have this is our food storage where we stored all the cheese, and oh, there it is. Let's grab it. Pretty nice little standard issue food storage. And to the left, we have our workshop where Villebor here spins his pots all day, and then we sell those pots. Yeah, we sell those pots, and then we have all this money. And we don't spend the money on anything. We just hoard the money from his little pots. And then further down we go to the right. We have our resource storage, which can't tell you the billions of times I ran through here, because I did this playthrough without turning on infinite hauling speed. So a lot of garbage I just threw around, and this is kind of neat over here. Whenever I'd get too many logs in the storage, I'd haul the big pile this way, and just this spot you can hold them real well, and I just leave them in like stacks of 15. So as I was building, I could just run in and grab one, and that would pretty much max out my encumbrance and run back and pound some walls, run back in, grab another one. So fun little aesthetic thing you can do if you're ever feeling aesthetic. There's the barn where all the fertilizer is made, and where Ulrika here whips her grain all day. Ow, don't hit me! Oh yeah, before I forget, the current population of Cheese Island is 31. 31 people, 10 geese, and 8 cattle. Wow, that's a lot of people for such a small space. We'll skip this area for now. I want to get out towards the main. This is Old Cheese Island. These are the original 10 buildings that I got stuck at during the playthrough, if you've watched that. So here we have the hunting shed. Hey, Nimrod. And hey, Simboya. How's it going? They apparently hunt meat by sweeping the floors. Okay, it's a window. I thought I was letting the place rot. Maybe I am. Oh, it is broke. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And then behind the resource storage was the first original 4 houses. This is the first house I built for Rachimir himself. It's all decorated out now with some hay and a moose antler, and it's pretty tight in here, actually. There was a long period of junk on the floor because... I'll get to that later, but it's surprisingly clean for now. I'm surprised I cleaned it up. Let's see, over here I made a little sitting area for all my bros and gals with some firewood and a fireplace, and someone had a kid at some point. I don't know whose kid that is. He could just be some rogue from Tutki for all I know. But we won't harass him yet. So then back over here to the left, we have another house at the end of the alley or behind the food storage. And then, you know, got some rugs. Pretty cool, huh? Then right out here you get the sound of my wife, the Brava, just ripping the skin off of trees all day long. The pleasure sound is rip, 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 rip. Oh. As we could see, this is pretty full. Plenty of times I ran out of storage for wood in the resource sheds while that backed up, and it's kind of nice because once this shed is full, all this stuff appears as an aesthetic. So if you want to make your town look cool, fill up your shed. See, it's all gone now. It's boring. It's dumb. Who wants that? Let's put the wood back. What? No, I'm holding too much wood right now. Yeah, I did most of the playthrough with the unlimited. No, I did most of the run with the limited weight on. I just turned it off at the edge to haul 2 tons of cheese to each town without running it back, you know, a couple kilos at a time. That would be no fun whatsoever. Alright, cheese. Well, this apple wine has been sitting here for probably 18 years now. It's probably still good. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Okay. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, there's another gate over here, the southwest gate, which leads out to the fishing shack. I didn't actually use the fishing shack very much during this run. I kind of needed the guy who was in here for something else, but it also doesn't take up any land real estate, so no harm in having it. But, yeah. Alright, go back in, back through Old Cheese Island. Let's go look at New Cheese Island. This is all the expansion after the stupid carrot seeds were harvested. Yeah, we have Vilberga here. Hey. Hey, why don't you look away, you shy? Stupid kids. Okay, so we had a blacksmith. They just mainly made wooden tools because, you know, part of the rule of my playthrough was not to build off of the island, so I couldn't build a mine to actually have them get ore on their own. So I had to do the thing where on the 3rd day of a season, before I turn to the next season, I go mine my ass off and then hold, like, tons and tons of ore, then go to bed cuddling this ore, and then you, boop, wake up back in Cheese Island, over here in Rachimir's home bed, and then I'd be stuck because I'm holding, like, 4 tons of ore, so I just throw it all over the floor here and then slowly walk handfuls of it back and forth with Research Center until it was all stored, which is why I'm surprised there's nothing in there. It means I actually went through and moved it all. But yeah, that's the blacksmith, and then excavation hut. Nothing exciting happens in here. This is the sewing hut. Oh, power walking in place. A little, yeah. Well, this is where the sewing happened. Oh my God! It's my son Przywit. Were you in here when I walked in? Were you hiding behind the door? You freaky!
Hello.
And do you still say really weird stuff at this age? Why don't girls even look at me? I am, after all, the heir to the village and Cheese Island. Isn't that reason enough to spare me a single glance? I know they are shy because of my status. Then it's your fault, Dad. I foolishly thought it was all due to my dirty clothes.
I've got to
Oh
go.
my God. Przywit, you gotta stop blaming your father and work on yourself, your self-confidence. Then the girls will look at you. You looking at her butt? You little dog. Okay, let's move on. So this was the second sitting area I built, you know. If I wanted to compact more stuff, I might skip this and try to stick another house in here or something, but we needed a little bit of aesthetics, right? It can't all be function. We need a little bit of form. Alright, so here's the fields. Built this first one pretty early on, and yeah, it looks like I have it marked right now. It just grows flax and cabbage. Did I... Flax and cabbage. Yep, it's all cabbage right now. I think, yeah, when I put the slash, I'd rotate it between growing seasons and just micromanage it to have more crops without having to just have a ton of crop fields. This one is all carrot and wheat, probably, and then over here was a rotator of rye and oat to create animal feed to keep my milk cows going. And as we can see back in the food shed, it did pretty much grow a nice abundance of food, I think. Maybe not. Like, tons of cabbage. Look at all that cabbage. Holy crap. Tons of carrots. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Let's go back over here. It's been like 2 months since I've logged in and did anything with this city, so I'm kind of remembering it as I go through here. And who are you? Zybert? Yeah, shake your little toy. Later on, once I established I wasn't going to add anything else to this middle track, I kind of went around and stuck a few other farm fields just kind of hidden around. We got beetroot back here, and onions over here, a goose over here, and a cow over here. Hey, you guys chatting? Okay, so opposite end of the farm fields, we got a house. We have the goose thing, which I haven't cleaned in probably 6-7 years. These eggs are super old by now. Gotta get poisoned if I eat one. And then another house, another house. Then over here we have our herbalist, you know. Hey, Roland. Yeah, he was the fisherman that I decided needed to make herbs instead. And is that a gap? Is that a gate? No. So he's working the herb hut now, making. Mainly, I think I just have him picking mushrooms throughout the year to turn into food. I didn't actually do any advanced potion making. And here we have Lorelei back from Germany running the water shaft, just supplying people with hydration her entire life. Yeah. Don't look so excited about it. Okay. And over here actually is a big. We'll call this the goose park, but if I wanted to add a little more fun to this island, I could probably slap something else in here. I know I fit a cow shed in here. I played around with it, but I doubt I'd be able to fit like a nice tavern. I just unlocked that, and towards the end of this run, I never actually tried to see if I could put it in here. No, it seems way too big. That'd been fun if I could put a whole tavern in there. Maybe kill a field and just say let's drink instead. But nah. But for now, it's just a nice little park where the geese and the gander run around and take shots to the face and then bleed and run away. Yeah, look at them. Run, geese! Coming for ya. They look hurt, but they love it. We play this game all the time. And then apparently my cow shed needs a little restoration here. The barrel's poking out. Gustava, a tree. Probably could pack a bunch of trees here if I wanted to. Had a little bit more orchard, and here's where the horrors happen. Did you see that? Look at, hey! Get your head. What the hell? The geese and the cows are just they're tight and they do weird stuff like just, you know, meld and this is gonna get demonetized if I ever get monetized. Okay. Yeah, so here's some of my cows, and they poop in here. I haven't cleaned this out in like a decade as well. Some udders. But that's really all there is to the core of Cheese Island. It's not a huge spot, you know, like I said, if you're gonna run this challenge, you're not gonna fit every single building imaginable. You have to just kinda dedicate it to one goal, and like, you know, the goal of my playthrough was to make as much cheese as possible, much quark as possible, and for a cheese factory, and this definitely is enough room. I probably could even optimize it more and spit out even more and more quark if I wanted to, but it got me to my goal in a short enough period of time. And actually, how much milk is in here? Oh, not much. I was thinking I can make some real cheese, but stupid logistics things with the playthrough. Now that I'm holding 10,000 pieces of So like it took me like 60 some hours to get this built into the spot, but that's mainly because I got stuck on that one stupid cabbage seed quest for like 30 some hours. But once the production was up and running on its own, it took about, I think it took about 40 hours to generate all that quark. So I only started with one cow, and I had to buy a couple others and let them breed and get bigger. And but that part, that's when I went and turned on the basically the Ratchimere can't die settings, and just let the game idle during while I worked my regular job, and just had a timer go off every 24 minutes to tell them to go to sleep to advance the time to skip through and make as much cheese as possible as quick as I could. Oh, I got a little hiccup coming. And then, and the last, the dumping of the cheese was kind of ridiculous in itself. I wrote a macro that lets me drop about, I forget the math, about that fast, and then they collide and fly when you drop a bunch. And I discovered if I dropped somewhere between 200 to 500 at a time, the game would crash. So I would have to sit and drop like 100. We'll do 70, and then let them all just fly to the sky, and then let the math catch up, and then drop some more. And like after a while, it would get to the point where I couldn't even access the inventory for a few moments every time I drop some. But whee, look at them go. And just for the record, dropping all 10,000 on every single city took about 45 minutes to an hour on each one, just holding the button down, dropping them one at a time, and then letting all the math crunch and catch up. But yeah, oh my god, this has already been 17 minutes. Holy crap, I felt like it's been like 4. Well, that sounds like plenty then. Yeah, that's the island. It's the little base tour. If you have any more questions, just go ahead and ask them in the comments, and I will drop a link to the regular playthrough that this was built for. And then see you sometime in the future for some crazy weird things.